Okay, so in comparison to the other major lectures, which would take probably 3.5 hours tops, like tomorrow's lesson, writing, should expect that when I begin at exactly 9, we'll be able to finish it by around 12:30-ish. So writing lessons are always going to be tough. Speaking, same. Reading, manageable. So about 3 hours locked would be enough for the discussion. But listening, just want to relay this message to you that this is actually the easiest test, right? Because this is the easiest test. We do not put as much effort. I'm not saying you should tone down your effort in the listening test. Because as I will be explaining it further, listening is important. This is an integral part of your goal for the achievement of your overall band score. So I've noticed yesterday that we had a lot of students, like 30, and I was actually overwhelmed with that number because we don't normally encounter this number of students. No? I was like shocked. So I told them, which is a very essential part for me to do, that the most important practice for your examination preparation is to do something that is very close to reality, and that is mock. So even before we had this computer laboratory for your mock exams, Niner used to conduct mock exams via pen and paper base. We have speaker here, you have your pen and paper, you have your test booklets, you have your answer sheet to be printed, which I'm going to show you later. Nostalgia. No? Again, we want to give you an experience that is similar or roughly similar to the real thing. Meaning, if you will be getting a score, let's say of 6.5 in your practice, chances are you will be getting that same score in the exam. Understood? So I just want to highlight this. So expect that if you will compare my tomorrow's lesson to today's lesson, tomorrow's lesson is going to be one hell of a ride. It's going to be biting tooth and nail. Huh? It's going to be really tough. Writing is really something that has been my forte for the past 8 years, going 9. So by the end of February, 9 years ako dito kay Niner. So, favorite number. So, listening. Your examination is divided into 2 categories. Okay? We have the written component and we have the interview. Now, for the written component, those are the following: listening, reading, and writing. For your interview, this is your speaking subtest. I hope that you were able to attend Ma'am Shannon or my version of the speaking major lessons. We have 2 of them that you were able to practice through one-on-one coaching. Because we want to gauge your abilities depending on whatever situation may arise during the interview itself. So, some people have this goal of acquiring just an overall band score of whatever band score it may be. That's their target. That's their goal That's the minimum requirement for them to be able to make their papers roll. So imagine if I am a skilled worker here in the Philippines. What are skilled workers? We have meat cutters, machine operators, carpenters, masons, plumbers, drivers, sure, truck, forklift. Those are skilled work. All right. I'll be either taking the pathway of a provincial nominee program or express entry. So as the name implies, express. In a matter of 7 days, once your papers are okay, you get to go there. In as early as 7 days. Ganun pong kabilis. Express. Kasi kailangan ng Canada ng tao. In Canada, you will find the largest population of trees. About a third of the world's trees population belong to Canada. Hindi po sa amin. Ang tawag doon ay taiga. T-A-I-G-A. It's about the northern part. Medyo frozen sila. No? At inaalagaan talaga nila yung kasi. Those trees are centuries old. Couple of centuries. Mas marami pa po ang populasyon ng puno sa populasyon ng tao ay Canada. Canada has one of the world's strongest economies. Hindi nawawala sa top 10. So if US and China are always fighting in the first place, Canada is always third, fourth, fifth. Hindi nawawala sa top 10. Now the problem is, Canada has money, but they don't have people. In the Philippines, it's the other way around. Pasok ka dito sa Bernardo District, gulat ka, parang mga kulisap yung tao ang dami. Okay? So wala po tayong shortage ng tao dito sa Philippines. Kaya nga yun ang ine-export natin. Yun ang ine-export natin yung labor. Yes. That's what Filipinos, Indians are known for. The immigrants, skilled workers, we could provide them. So imagine this scenario. I'm a rich Canadian person, got millions of dollars at my disposal. I want to put up a coffee shop. I want to put up a pet shop. So magtayo ng iba't ibang types of businesses there. Walang tao, walang may rent, walang mando, walang supervisor, walang gagawa ng papel. I get your point. That's why Canada, they are really inviting people. Hey, please, come on, come here. We're making it easy for you. If you're having difficulties with packing IELTS, then 4.5 na lang. Sige na, pumunta na kayo dito. Yun na lang. Now, in this, Canada's requirement, they have this CLB equivalent. Si CLB, yun yung score ng English proficiency, and you have different English exams that you could take. Or perhaps if you can take a French exam, it is also going to be valid because Canada is part English and part French. Because they have been a French colony during the 1700s, 1800s. Yeah, French is a very dominant language. English, pwede magpilian. IELTS, CELPIP, KL, CELBAN, Duolingo. Even acknowledge other English exams, PTE, PTE, knowledge. But if this is the general training counterpart, especially if you're applying for express entry. So why am I telling you this? Again, ang topic natin is listening. Why am I beginning with this? Why am I doing it? Because those people who belong on the express entry program, they were not able to accomplish a formal education. So they were not able to, let's say, finish their bachelor's degree. They were not able to complete their master's. Diba? They just took a 6-month welding course and that's it. Let's say straight out of high school, they did it. That has been what they've been doing for the past 10, 20 years. You're getting the point? So meaning, I'm not implying that this has something to do with intellect. I'm not implying that this has something to do with intellect. But a person's educational attainment could be somehow linked to his or her English proficiency. Because when I did my degree, the mode of instruction is in English. Like nursing, yung parts ng body, English. Wala kang Tagalog translation. Diba? So meaning, a person's educational attainment could be somehow linked to his or her English proficiency. But I'm not disclosing the fact that hindi po ito tungkol sa intellect. This is not a test of intelligence. IELTS is never going to be a test. It's about your skill. And those skilled workers are good at skills. So if Canada requires this person CLB of 5 before entering the country, before we acknowledge, hey, you're now one of us. You could probably be one of us in 2 years when you apply your permanent residency program. What is the IELTS equivalent? Listening, 5. Speaking, 5. Reading, writing, 4. Nagigets ko yun. Okay? Yan. That is your Canadian language band. IELTS overall band score equivalent. Why am I highlighting this? It is because listening is your ticket. If you belong to this category of people who have this specific overall band score requirement lang. Punta ako ng Canada, kailangan ko ng CLB5, equivalent yan ng OBS na 4.5. Punta ako ng UK as a skilled work visa applicant, kailangan ko daw ng UKVI score na B1 or B2, kailangan ko lang daw ng OBS na 5.0. What does that mean for those candidates? Na somehow, you would suck at the most difficult exams, which are writing and speaking. But even if you get 4 in writing, even if you get 4 in speaking, those scores suck. Huh? Let me remind you, 4 is a failing score. And somehow you got 6 in listening. After, let's say, 2 weeks of preparation, you took the mock, you attended my lesson like listening major, you did your mock exams, you got 6 consistently, you took your test, your scores are as follows. Listening 6, reading 5, writing, speaking 4. Would you be able to go to Canada if your requirement is CLB 6? Of course. Because if you add them together, you get a score of 5.5, and your requirement is 5. So what was the test that enabled you to go there? It's not writing, definitely not speaking. Listening is the ace on your sleeve. Yung alas mo. No? Ito yung secret weapon. Wala ka nang pinangahawakan sa buhay. Ito na lang. No? Reading on a good day, without preparation, you can get 5.5. If you know how to do it properly, you can get 6. If you have been practicing consistently, you can get 7. But that will take you 2 to 3 more months. If you don't have that much time, and you only need an overall band score, let your listening tests for speak for everybody. Hayaan mo siyang buhatin silang. Now, things would change kapag may specific requirement. Okay pa? When you say specific requirement, let's say I'm a nurse that I'm planning to work in the UK. My requirement, or I'm planning to work in Ireland, nahanap ko ng IELTS, same lang po ng requirement yan. Listening 7, reading 7, writing 6.5, speaking 7. What if I got, imagine this for I got 8 in speaking. That's 7.5 in writing. That's 7 reading. 6 in listening. Will I be able to go there? No. No. Now, there's another fact. Sabi ni Sir Kevin, pwede naman daw yung recheck or inquiry on results. Hindi rin po pwede. Dahil si listening ay fixed. Ang nag-check po niyan, tao ulit, makina. Napakababa ng margin of error. Hindi yan magbabago. Kahit anong gawin mong paglulog sa dyan. Whatever score, your listening score, appears on your results is permanent. Sayang. Anong gagawin mo ngayon? Doon papasok yung trending ngayon na one skill retake. Ano ba si one skill retake? Listening lang. Yung nga lang, happy. So kung 13K ang exam, 6.5. 9 na daw. Okay na. Sapatos na yun. Ha? Yung point, kung may ibabagsak mga kayong exam, gusto ko kulay. Yung writing, yung speaking, mendable. Sa listening, nakakahinayang. You know why? In the Philippines, the national band score of this country, 7. More than 75% of test-taking population in the Philippines is not enrolled in a review center lang. Majority sa kanila DIY. Kasi alam mo mga Pilipino, kuripot. Hahanap ng paraan niya para makatipid. Hindi muna yan magre-review. No? Susugal muna ng isa. May tayo sa sugal. May tayo sa sugal. Kuripot tayo. Lahat ng negative. No? Sumugal. Bumagsak. Kaya maraming pumupunta dito, sir. Pangatlo ko na pong take. Sir, pangatlo ko na pong take. Alam mo, nakatipid ka sana. Ako nag-review ka lang muna. Sir, yung mag-review sa ng pera. Okay? So, yun ang pinaka-ayaw kong bumagsak. No? Kasi feeling ko, kami, bilang coach, parang we failed you. Pag wala kaming kwenta, nakapagbaba ng self-esteem namin. Yun yung napakayabang ko eh. Ito lang. Pero pag may estudyante nagbabagsak, tapos listening yung binagsak. Hindi na immune system ko pag ano. Pag hope kapansitan ko, comfort ko. Yan. Bagsak mo na lang. Huwag lang ang listening. Yung without review, without preparation, 7 is guaranteed. This is guaranteed. Kung pinaglalabanan na lang dito, anong score ng mataas sa 7 yung dapat mo makuha? 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9. I'd like to begin my introduction of that. Okay? Please bear with me. Listening is the easiest exam. It should be easy. Now, how long will the test last? Historically, it lasted for 40 minutes. 30 minutes for the recording. And 10 minutes to transfer your answers one by one to the separate answer sheet. This was before we had available computer-delivered testing method. So either the pen and paper based or the computer based exams, the recording is played once only. Cannot repeat what has been done. So we apply the rule of 4 here. Your test is divided into 4 parts. Each of the part could be at least 8 items, 12 items at most. But if you get the total, 40 yan. So we have the band score conversion. Your raw score will then be converted into a band score. So out of the 40 items in the test, how many points must you get correct for you to get a 7? 30. 30-point minimum performance gets you a band 7. 30, 31, 7. 32, 7. For you to get the perfect score, 40 out of 40. Correct. Perfect. Can you do that? Yes. If you can get a 9 in the test, the most plausible test where you can get it is in the listening section. So once again, I will be highlighting this over and over again, that this is the easiest test out of the items available, out of the test available. So now, what changes happen? I would like to put this, we still have the pen and paper based test. Available pa rin po yan. Okay? Ano ang hassle nun? Anong hassle? Ang tagal ng resulta. Gano'ng katagal? 15 araw. Kalahating buwan. So, kalahating buwang kambalisa. Hindi makatulog. Tulog na kaya ako, pumasa ako. Diba? Ito, in as early as 24 hours. Test ka ngayon, kinabukasan, bagsak pala ako ulit. Okay. Alam mo na agad, charot. 24 to 48 hours. Pag nagpa-recheck ka, within the week, tapos lahat yan. Okay, pen and paper based, aabutin pa ng 2 buwan ang recheck. Lahat ng proseso, pati yung recheck list. Bakit? Sa pen and paper based, sinisili lahat ng mga answer sheet. Pinapadala yan either sa Canada, kung British Council, sa Australia, kung ITP ang testing center. Siyempre, ship na yun. Mabalik. Kaya matagal. Nakuha po. Eh dito, i-upload lang yan sa cloud. Meron silang server. Alam na nila, compute. Pasa lang dito sa server sa Pilipinas. Ika-text na kayo, i-email na kayo. Kaya mabilis ang online. That is the disadvantage of the pen and paper basis. But if you ask me, which is the easier version, mas madali na nakinig ka, tama ba? And you're writing at the same time. Am I correct? Yes. So nakikinig ka, sinusulat mo yung mga sagot, mas madali siyang sundan. Whereas nakikinig ka at nagtatype ka ng answer, you're interacting with the computer, it becomes tedious. It becomes nerve-wracking because you're juggling multiple tasks once. If hindi ka masyadong sanay sa multitasking, that's why you need to develop certain skills. Mag-take ng mock para masanay ka. Di pwedeng, ito na lang ako, sir, eh. Ay, ganyan ka na nga lang. Hindi mo pag-iigihan. Hindi mag-a-adjust ang exam sa'yo. Okay? So, may estudyante nga, matanda, sa 60s na. Oh, karpintero. Daig ka pa. Alang reklamo yun. Ikaw, oh. So, you have to learn to develop your skills very early on. So that when you get to the actual test, it becomes natural for you. Ito lang pinapractice ko eh. Bakit ako ma-overwhelm? Ito lang din yung ginagawa ko on a regular basis. Ilang beses pa tayo nagpapamak sa isang linggo? 2 beses. Tuesday and Thursday. Bakit di namin pwedeng i-offer to ng Saturday? Ba't di namin to pwedeng i-offer ng Friday? Ba't di namin to pwedeng i-offer ng Sunday? Kasi may nag-i-exam na nun. Ang dahilan ba't namin to pinatayo para maging testing center, hindi para pag-practicean mo lang. So dahil bakante ito ng 2 araw, pinapahiram namin. Pansamantala. To maximize it. Diba? Kami nga lugi dun eh. Siyempre, madi-deteriorate faster yung mga machines namin. Aircon. Lalaki ng mga aircon na nakasindi. Nilinisin ka namin yung mga headphones. Di pa naliligo yung iba. Tapos yung mga kuto pa. Gumagapang na yung mga headset. Diba? Di pa naliligo. Naka-hoodie lang. Diba? So, maximize the availability of our testing center whenever you have the test. Sabi naman, sir, ganito, may pasok po kasi ito eh. Mag-resign ka na kasi. Sabayan mo na yan. Alis ka rin naman eh. Diba? What's a month or 2? Okay? If you don't have the financial means, seek help from your family members. For the meantime, so rules, listen intently. What do you mean by listen intently? Listen with the intention of getting as many answers as you can. You don't have to understand everything. You just have to get the answers from the context. Follow the example. This is very important. Actually, some people, regardless kung tama yung formatting nila or not, could get the perfect score. But a huge chunk of the points could be invalid just because of the form. Madami pong nabibiktima niya. And please don't fall asleep. Napaka-soothing ng mga boses niya. You now hear 2 students talking about. Nakaantok siya. So, huwag tutulugan. That's why, the day before the test, resting is very important. Hinga ka, shopping ka, clear your mind, walk ka, no? So, the day before your test, you shouldn't think of the test too much. So, as to relieve the pressure. Ang hirap kasi nun, imagine think of it as boxing. So, imagine the preparation of boxing. Like sila Pacquiao, even sila McGregor, tumatakbo yan ng tanghaling tapat. 10 kilometers na. Sa pavement, no? Tuyot na sila. Imagine doing that the day before their fight. Kinabukasan, pagod yan, masakit katawan yan. Paano sila lalaban kung hindi sila at their full potential? If they're not in condition. So yung conditioning, important. Okay po? So for the pen and paper based test, we have colored papers. The listening test questionnaire is pink, while the answer sheet is orange. Kapag naman pen and paper, pag computer based, wala na mga ganitong papel. Answers for items 1 to 20 is on the left side, while answers for items 21 to 40 is on the right. Be careful, the listening and reading answer sheet is very identical. Actually, they just share the same page. So when you flip it over, that is where your reading answer sheet is. Again, sa pen and paper po ito. Sa computer-based, wala pong mga papel na gagamitin. You could ask for the test invigilator to give you a paper, but this will just become a burden for you. Magiging pabigat lang po yung pagsusulat. Bakit? Ganito yan. You remember kanina, we have 30 minutes to listen and take notes of the answer before you transfer it for 10 minutes. Now, in this computer-based exam, we don't follow this rule. We listen, we type our answers, and those answers are automatically uploaded to a virtual answer sheet. So therefore, you are not given this extra time of 10 minutes to transfer. You're only given 2 minutes, and that is not for you to transfer, but for you to check whether you have completed all the items. So meaning, if you weren't able, let's say, you missed an item, 37, you can go over 37, you can make a calculated guess, then type your answers there. Voila. That's how you do it. So again, very different test-taking strategy depending on the mode of test you're planning to take. If you're planning to take the pen and paper-based exam, that is the traditional. You have a speaker. It depends on where you are seated. You're given all the materials you need, pencil, paper, test booklet. You can use your test booklet to, yes, literally write on them. You paid for it. Pwede mong sulatan yan. Susulatan mo talaga yan because after 30 minutes of the audio being played, what are you going to transfer kung wala kang sinulat during the 30 minutes span? Talagang sagot doon. But in this case of computer-based exam, your test is very interactive. It's not just you typing answers directly. In some occasions, you will be clicking, drag and dropping some pointers in your monitor, on the screen. So you interact with it literally as you listen. So once again, your multitasking abilities will be tested here. Hindi lang po listening skills, hindi pati yung pag-juggle mo ng different types of tasks at once. Clear? Okay. So this is our official answer sheet. No? It's orange in color. As I've mentioned, the answers to 1 to 20 is on the left, while items for 21 to 40 is on the right. So be careful not to write on the wrong answer sheet. Siyempre, kung sa reading mo nasulat yung answers para sa listening, hingi ka na naman ng panibagong paper niyan. Paano kung 2 minutes na lang yung natitira? Napakahasik. No? So very prone for human errors. Tayo pa naman minsan tatanga-tanga. No, lalo pag kinakabahan. So sayang po yung effort, sayang yung pera. Okay po. So for those of you who are still planning to take the pen and paper based exam, pwede nyo pong ipaprint ito so that you can also get used to the appearance of the answer sheet. Para hindi ka na nagugulat, So this is not going to be something new for you. This is going to be something natural na lang since you've been exposed to it quite a few times already. So more differences between the pen and paper based exam and the computer delivered exam that you can find on this link. But since we don't have time to watch a YouTube link now, we will be watching it right now. Share sound, stereo.
For the listening test, you can change the volume by using the volume bar in the top right at any time during the test. For each part of the listening test,
So let us pause here. As you can see, in this part, you literally have to type in your answer. You have to key in your answer. Like in this one, round shape, medium size, blank old, let's say century old, no? Or a year old, for example. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now be careful kasi once you click these buttons below, guys, please, huwag yung gagawin to, pag kinlik mo yan, yung 6, magpe-play yung audio na para dun sa item number 6. At hindi mo na pwedeng ulitin yan. That's why you have to let the audio flow on its own. Kailan ka lang kiklik dito? Pag may 2 minutes ka na, pag tapos na yung buong recording, that's the time when you can click whether, let's say, na-miss mo yung item number 14. So, babalikan ko siya. Mapupunta ka ngayon sa screen kung nasan si number 14. But let's say, eto, nilalaro mo siya. Uy, punta nga ako sa 21. Ito na, mag-play yung 20. Madja-juggle na yan. Eh, kung di ka pa pala prepared. Bakit? Kasi, may binibigay na instruction dyan. Paano mo sasagutan yung 1 to 10, for example? What else? Formatting, binibigay din dyan. How many words you're about to complete those plans. So, hassle na hassle yan, ha? Huwag mong pipindutin yan. Okay po? Mga Pilipino pa na titigas ulo. Huwag kang tatawid dito, tatawid. Pag mag-overtake dito, mag-overtake. O crossing, magbabagal, magmamadali. No? Ano pa? Huwag iihi, iihi. Bawal magtapon ng basura, puro basura. Okay, please, huwag pong pairalin ng tigasan ng ulo dito. Sayang, no? Sayang po ang pagkakataon. Ulit.
For the listening test, you can change the volume by using the volume bar in the top right at any time during the test. For each part of the listening test, you will hear the recording once only. Some parts of the test have more.
So, in most occasions, hindi naman kayo pahihirapan ni listening, ano? To the point na lahat ng sagot, tinatype. In occasions like this, you just have to drag the items to its rightful owner. For example, Mary Brown, siya ang nakabahala sa health. So health, kukunin mo yung si health, click mo yan dito, dadrag mo siya papunta kay Mary Brown, tapos sabi ng audio, I think we should change Mary Brown's task from health to food. So binago na daw. So si health, kanina na nakalagay dyan, papalitan mo lang siya ng food simply by clicking food, dragging and dropping it to Mary Brown. Automatically, babalik si health dito, si food, mapupunta dyan. Sabi, wait, let us first finish everyone before we delegate the task for Mary Brown. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Wala muna pala, alisin muna natin. So yung sagot mo dito, click mo ulit, ibalik mo kung saan mo siya kinuha. Ito siya in action.
More than one type of question. Each type of question has its own instructions. In the listening test, listen carefully for the part number and question numbers to make sure you are looking at the right screen. For some questions, you need to write your answer in the gap. For some questions, you need to choose which diagram label, A, B, C, etc., is correct for which item listed.
The maps are, in my opinion, the most difficult part of the listening test because, quite frankly, not only you're listening to get the answers, you're also calculating, you're also doing some logical thinking. So in this case, halimbawa, si Quilt Shop daw ay nasa pagitan ng Ash Street at Main Street. So, dahil A yun, i-click mo dito si A. Naka-table na siya. So, interactive po ha. Tulad ng sabi ko, at most ha, 10 lang, hanggang 12 siguro, yung items na kailangan mong i-type. One by one. Kasi pag ganun, ang lahat ng exam, magtatagal ka eh. Napaka-strenuous nun para sa test taker. Kaya naman, pinadali nila yun through using test items like this, where you just have to drag and drop, you just have to interact, click. So, hindi ka na masyadong type ng type. So, yun naman yung advantage ng computer-based test. May mag-a-appear dyan, tulad ng part 1 kanina, 1 to 10. Kailangan mo talaga i-type lahat ng answers. But in most cases, you don't literally have to type them down. You just have to interact with the monitor using your mouse and your eyes as you listen. Kaya nga, multitasking po talaga ito. No? You're listening, you're waiting for answers to be mentioned. At the same time, you have to work fast. You have to act fast.
In the table. For each question, click on the correct space in the table. For some questions, you need to click on an answer and move it into the gap. If you want to change an answer, move another answer into the gap. If you want to leave the question unanswered, move the question back. And for some questions, you need to move an answer into a gap on a diagram. At the end of the listening test, you will have 2 minutes to check all of your answers. The tests will automatically stop when the time finishes.
Once again, you're only given 2 minutes. That is not for you to put all your answers one by one in separate answer sheet. You have the virtual answer sheet provided. You only have 2 minutes for you to check. Kompleto ba? There are some items missing. No? Bawa, ito lang. Bawa lang. Construction and materials. Walls made of blank. Bawal lang ha. Hindi ko narinig yan. Hoy! Tumingin kayo! Dama, hindi ko narinig to. Wala mo, ano kayang pwedeng sagot dyan? Concrete? Kasi usually, walls are made of fucking concrete. Hindi ko narinig yung audio. Concrete. Pucha, tumamba. Nagets yun? Hindi ko nilagyan. Una bes. Anong chance akong makuha to ng tama? 0. Nagets yun? Complete all the items even if you have to guess. But hindi lang po basta hula Like walls made of, hindi ko alam, okra. Putang ina, saan nanggaling demonyo okra? Kusino, saan nanggaling yun? Diba? So pag nanghula ka naman, nasa wish you naman. Ano? Okay. Gets po yung point. 2 minutes. That is what your 2 minutes are for. Para doon. Para kumpletuhin siya lahat. Because I don't want you clicking submit if there are some items left. Complete all of them, even if you have. Questions? Yan na nga po siya. No? Sorry. 30-32-7 pala. Yung 32 na score is para yun sa academic reading. So, medyo similar po ang conversion ng band score ng listening at academic reading. Si GT reading, mas mataas ang requirement kasi magsisimula sa 34, yung minimum para sa 7. Pero 40 items lang siya. So, mas madali ang GT reading, pero kailangan mo maka-34 para maka-7. Sir, paano pag naka-30 lang ako sa GT reading? 6 lang yun. Nagkakaintindihan. But then again, kung pamimiliin ako, GT reading pa rin. Nakakadali ng GT reading. To be honest. Will not require half of your brains working. You just need like 20% of your brain working for it to accomplish the minimum requirement. At the end of the day. So there are multiple stages in your listening exam. So we have the before stage. So what are we going to do during this stage? We read the questions in advance. We anticipate what we're about to hear. Nakalagay kanina dun sa question 1, di ba? Blank, where you're going to put your answer, tapos may nakalagay shape. Tama po ba? So, what do you think would fit that gap? Pwedeng oval shape, pwedeng triangular shape. Nagigets yung point? Before the audio even begins playing, you will hear an instruction to you, an instruction to the candidate. That this is how you are supposed to accomplish your test. is how you should do it. You only write one word. You only click the letters. You only move them to the gap. You interact with the table. So before the action begins, they will give you the guide. Ano ang mangyayari? Sino ang mag-uusap? Ilang tao ang maririnig mo? Gano'ng katagal itong preparation na to? 1 minute per section, per part. Ilang part to? 4. So, 4 na minuto yan in total. Tahimik lang yun. As in, there will be no sound coming from your headphones. It will fall silent for a minute. Sabihin niya, okay, you will hear 2 students, Kevin and Nico, talking about their summer vacation. Listen to the recording as they speak and interact with the computer, provide their answers on the test. You have 1 minute to prepare. Ano nga hanapin mo? Kaya ano ba yung sagot? May nakalagay. Question number 2, where? Question number 3, may dollar sign. So, ibig sabihin, ma-anticipate ko, lugar. Pag nakarinig ako ng $25, $35, kailangan mas maging aggressive ako na, ito yung sagot sa 3 kasi may nabanggit na dollars and then do this. Nagigets po yung point. You anticipate what you're about to hear. You imagine how the scenario will play in this 1 minute of silence as you prepare. So, after nun, na. Oh, Kevin, how are you? How was your summer vacation? It's not that great because I had to stay in the dormitories. Well, why do you have to do that? Well, because I need to earn. Alagay doon, where did Kevin stay? College dormitories, number 2. Tapos. Okay, number 3. Well, because I have to earn. Well, how much did you earn? About $350? Oh, it's $400. I just got a tip of $50 yesterday. So how much did Kevin earn? Dollars blank. 400. Nagets yung point? So dahil nag-play out na yun sa imaginary scenario mo kanina, ngayon nagpe-play na siya, mas madali na sa'yo kilalanin yung mga answer. Mas madali mo na siyang ma-identify. Alright? So during the listening phase, take some notes using the keywords you've identified. In this case, this is only for the pen and paper-based testing. For computer-based candidates, you don't write on to anything. You don't take notes. We will answer it directly. Kung click mo. Kung i-type mo na. Kung kailangan mong i-click tapos dalhin mo doon sa posisyon yan, dalhin mo na. Because that is how you answer it. Okay? You do the answering at the moment of when you heard it. Nagsasagot ka kung kailan mo siya narinig as a sagot. So, what about after listening? What about the after stage? Remember to never fail to review your answers. On the recording, you will hear, you are now given half a minute to check your answers. The script will be heard after each section. So, ibig sabihin, sir, may 1 minute na kami mag-prepare, may 30 seconds pa kami para mag-check. Tapos mamaya, may 2 minutes ka pa para mag-check. Kaya guys, napaka-generous ng listening test. Lahat ng oras ibibigay yan sa'yo. No? Time for you to prepare, time for you to check the part which has just been done, and time for you to complete everything before you play. Napaka-generous, napaka-linear ng ating listening. Hindi katulad ng reading, napakabilis ng pangyayari. Tulad ng writing, napakabilis ng pangyayari. You have to generate answers as fast as you can. Lalo naman na sa speaking, you don't have time to think about what your answers are going to be. You have to be upfront. You have to be direct. Hindi ka pwede mag-isip. Automatic ka na. So, listening is downright, hands down, The easiest test out. No? Matanong ko, nakakailan kayo sa listening test? Nakailan? Naka-7 na, ilan ka dati? Kung unang-una, 2. Tingnan niyo po mga kaibigan, ano? Sa pong testamento, bunga. Kasi kung nagsimula ka sa 2, okay lang. Ang masama, kung nagsimula ka sa 2, 2 ka na lang hanggang 2 buwan. Eh, tinan mo si Sir, kasi papasok ng Mac. Mac ng Mac, di ba? Nakailang Mac ka na, siguro may 15 mahigit na. Sobra, may 20 na. O, di ba? Yung binayad mo sa amin, kung i-divide yun sa mga ginamit mong kuryente dito, eh, parang binayaran ka pa namin, di ba? O, 7 from 2. Can you imagine? O, ano excuse nyo? Di ba? O, ikaw, sir, kailan ka sa huling Mac? Ayaw mong tumingin sa akin eh. Nakailang Mac ka na? O, konti pa lang. Siguro mga 4, 5, o. Nagdagan mo pa. Diba? Sir, mula sa 2, kailan ka naka 4.5 pang ilang take mo? Ha? Pang isang week, from 2, naka 4.5 ka. O, diba? Doon mo makikita, talo talaga ng ano, yung masigasig eh. Talo ng masigasig yung, hindi ko alam kung ano yung sinasabi ko. Muhula lang ako ng ano eh. Okay. Ikaw sir, nakakailan ka? Sa listening. Eh, mayabang ka pala eh. Mukhang niyayabangan dito. No? Ikaw ma'am, na-try ka kahapon. Ng what? Reading, listening hindi pa. Sa bahay ka nagpa-practice. Ikaw hindi pa nakapag-practice. Sayang. Sayang ha, dapat i-maximize niyo. Pag mga hindi. Ilan last mark mo? 6. Ilan kailangan mo sa ka? Ano? 6 tayo ha? 6.5. Kasi mas maganda. Yung konti kang leeway. Tawag doon. Konti kang cushion. Kasi target mo 6. 7 ka sa mark. Ayaw na no? Kasi guys, gusto ko lang maging honest ha? Gusto ko lang maging honest. Okay lang ba? Huwag na. So, yung mock exams mo namin, alam niyo yung microwave oven. Di ba meron siya yung pinakasagad, yung maximum. Tapos medium. Yung sa amin po, nasa pagitan ng medium and maximum. Yung exam, ang difficulty niya. Listening ha, stand dun sa defrost hanggang medium. Ibig sabihin, nilagpasan namin ng 1 step yung difficulty ng exam. Konti-konti lang na-adjust. Ibig sabihin na nakakakuha ka consistently 7, 7.5 sa exam. Actual test is mataas 7.5. Again, hindi ko kayo gusto maging komportable na ako ng 6, 5.5 ako. No? Kasi iba yung sitwasyon ng na-take mo versus iba yung sitwasyon na matitake mo sa araw mo. Kasi dahil factors. Nagpagyan namin ng konti. Nagpagay na yung factor ng difficulty level. So that's why when you practice, you want to achieve your scores consistently. Ibig sabihin, if your target is 7, you've been doing mock, let's say for the past 2 weeks, 3-4 times ka nag-mock, consistently, 7, 7.5, 7, 7.5, doon ang gano'n. So yung gauge natin, hindi yung, sir, kailan po kaya ako pwedeng mag-take ng exam? Okay lang, kasi hindi kayo magkatakilala, di ba? Ikaw ang magtatanong mo sa sarili mo, nasaan na ba ako sa target ko? Target ko 7, nasa 2 pa lang ako, kailangan ko pa mag-practice until ma-achieve ko yung 7. Nandang ginawa niya, sir. Nung first time mo nag-mock, na 6. Si sir, nag-mock first time, naka 6. 7.58 na nakukuha na ikaw. First time mo mock, ilan? 7. O, ngayon, ilan? Last 8, ay mayabang ka rin pala eh. Niyayabangan nyo na naman kami. Okay, first time ni Sir 7. Meron naman talaga mga talented na individuals. Sila yung bumubuhat dun sa average natin na mataas. Like 50. So galingan nyo ha. Okay, gusto ko marami maging minor dito sa batch na to. Ng listening particularly. Kasi there's one exam that you can achieve a 9. Listening yun. Na? Bukas iba ihip ng hangin sa atin. Dahil grabe ang writing. Yan. 9 sakto. Start tayo. Gawag 30 lang na yan. Look hardcore. So after, meron kang half a minute to check your section before the next section begins playing. Your test is divided into 4 sections as I've mentioned. In the past, we refer to this section. But now, tawag natin dito ay part. Instead of hearing section 1, ang marinig mo ay part 1. Yan mo na siya marinig. So, remember that your listening test is of increasing difficulty. Meaning, sections 1 and 2 are easier as compared to sections 3 and 4, which are arguably more difficult than the previous sections. Bakit kaya? May kinalaman po yan sa content, sa nilalaman ng mismong test. Bakit? Ano po ba ang laman ng section 1 or ng part 1? It is a conversation between two people talking about transactions. What are transactions? Let's say I'm selling something, a motorcycle, for example, and an interested buyer is calling me right now. Nag-uusap kami tungkol sa specs ng motor, anong kulay, anong makina, anong model, no? Ilang litro yung capacity, ilang cc. Narehistro ba? Anong plate number? Nakasangkot na ba sa aksidente? Diba? So yung mga detalye na yon, yun ang sagot. Yun na yung sagot. Yun yung sinasagutan mo. So that's just one type of transaction. Diba? Ano pa? Bigyan niyo pa ako ng halimbawa ng transaction. Halimbawa, yon. Nag-register. Mag-join daw sa isang gym membership at sa yoga class. So, ang mga tanong naman dyan, tuwing kailan? May coach ba? Magkano? May i-add ba ako pag ganito? Libre ba tubig? Dapat ba ako magdala ng sarili kong mat? Ilang buwan bago ko pumayat? Nagat yan? What else? Credit card. Nag-i-inquire sa credit card, di ba? Di ba sa mga mall? Sir, credit card, may libre ng headphones. Oh, ano yung mga tinatanong, sir? Wala, address, tinatanong yun. So, pwede yun yung mga sagot. Name, personal detail and information. So, ang i-expect mo sa section 1 na maging sagot, kadalasan ay personal information. Pangalan, credit card number, passport number, address, height, weight, eye color, hair color, build. Bukod doon, lahat ng mga nouns. What, who, where, and when. Kailan, saan, ano, anong kulay, gaano kalaki, ilan ang dimensions, centimeters, meters, kilometers. Yan ang natatanong sa section. So, napakadalas niyo po makakarinig dyan ng numero. Presyo, didinig mo. Actually, ma'am, mas malinaw na copy, i-upload mo yan as PDF. No? So, parang hindi ka naman parang tama pa ako dyan. Magaling ulo ko, di ba? Alright? So, yun sa section 1. Ano pa? Holiday reservation. Tatawag. Hello, excuse me. Is this room available for this particular day? Tapos dito pala, pakamove yung date, included ba yung breakfast, ba yung mga accommodations na kasama, may tour ba, ganyan. So, yun ang section 1. Kasi section 1 po dapat perfectly. Spell out yung pangalan. Papanggitin mo yung presyo. Yung dimension, yung CM. Well, 30. Yun. Now, in section 2, monologue. Ano yung sabihin ng monologue? Pag sinabing mono, isa. So, isang tao na lang po ang nagsasalita. Kanina, dialogue, dalawa. Hindi literal sila. Isang nagtatanong ng informasyon, isang nagbibigay. Yung nagbibigay ng informasyon, kadalasan, yun yung mga sagot. Si monologue, sa kanya nang gagaling yung source ng information. So, sir, sabi mo, madali si section 1 and 2. Bakit si section 2 madalas mag-appear yung map? Bakit? Kasi, when you present a map, when you present a table, usually may isang nagre-report lang dyan. Kaya madalas mag-appear ang map sa section, either section 2 or section 3. Si map, hindi siya mahirap na exam. Mahirap lang siya na type of test because how you interact with it. But the moment you know how to deal with it, mas madali na siya, mas komportable na siya doon. You just have to get used to it. Alright po, malinaw tayo. Okay. Sa section 2, isa lang nagsasalita. Halimbawa, public service advisory. Ano yung mga public service advisory? Mga warning. Halimbawa, police officer, nagdi-discuss siya tungkol sa anong dapat gawin pag sumasakay ka ng public transport, particularly sa tren. Halimbawa, nagawang ka, bigay mo na lang yung bag mo, pag tumaba mo sa station, report mo agad sa police, ganito, yun siya. Yun yung mga questions doon. Yung mga options. Okay. Nandiyan din yung tours, sa map. Oh, okay. Here we are at the top of the tower. Here we are at the starting point of the zoo. At the farther left, you will be seeing the aviary. So, nakalagay dito sa left. Item number 12, blank. Ano yun? Aviary. Yung sabi niya. Nagigets yan? Okay. So, that is how you deal with section 2. Section 3, 2 or more people. Actually, mas nalilito ako kay section 3 kaysa kay section 4. Why? Kasi section 10, dami-dami nangyayari. You will not just hear 2 people, but this could be up to even 4 people at the same time, sometimes. Sabay-sabay pa. So, yun yung nakaka-komplikado sa kanya. And then, academic context na to. So, kung sections 1 and 2, social context, when you say social context, this is something to do with regular events happening. No? Mga bagay na nangyayari regularly. Let's say, enroll ka, nag-inquire ka sa isang course, registrar, regular yun, di ba? Yung section 3 and 4, hindi siya masyadong common because we have an academic context link. Anong academic context yun? May kinalaman sa pag-aaral. Kaya ang section 3, tutorial, research, may kinalaman sa kurso, let's say history course, sa pag-uusapan nyo dyan tungkol sa history. Sa section 4, ganun pa rin, academic context, history ng airship, paano puksain ng mga lamok, paano i-recycle ang mga basura. Yun yung maririnig yung content sections 3 and 4. But with a catch. Kung kanina, sections 1 and 2, puro nouns ang answers natin. Kay sections 3 and 4, puro verbs and adjectives. Anong problema sa verbs and adjectives? Napanood niyo ba yung replay natin ng Grammar 3 this week? Ang verbs po ay may iba't ibang form. We have the infinitive form or what we call the regular form, walang tense, upon. We have the present. We have the present participle where you attach ing to the verb like walking, running, eating. If it functions as a verb, or if it functions as a gerund, it's also going to be 2 different things. And then we have adjectives na iba-iba rin ang form. So we have the positive degree when you're not comparing anything, like smart. You're comparing 2 things, smarter. You're comparing 3 things, smarter, or more than 3. So, superlative degree ng siya. So yun ang difficult part kay sections 3 and 4. If your verb or adjective form, worse, pag adverb yan, yung mga li, no? Your answer will not be accounted for. Ibig sabihin, baka hindi yan makonsider kung mali po. Ang effort. Kaya feeling nila, confident na, tama, narinig ko lahat. Pero mali naman pala yung form. This will not qualify. Okay? So, in the listening exam, we have two barriers. We have two barriers. Kung bakit 4.5 lang nakukuha natin, bakit 2 lang nakukuha natin, bakit 6 lang nakukuha natin at the beginning, because we don't know how to deal with those barriers. So, dalawa. The first barrier, speed. No? First barrier is speed. Some people would claim that the speed of listening exam is actually very fast, which in fact is not. To be honest, kung may speed limit, anong speed limit sa National Road? Tingnan niyo kung mga nagda-drive dito. 60. Di ba? 60. So listening po, nasa 55 lang. Sabihin, on a normal conversation, if I'm asking for, hey, what is the color of the motorcycle? Oh, it's blue in color, but I painted it brown. Yun ang regular na pag-uusap. Yun ang common na scenario. Pag nasa listening exam na, ganito mo na maririnig yung, hey, I would like to ask you what color the motorcycle is. You see, I bought it originally in blue, but currently, I painted it brown. Ganun na siyang kabagal. Wala nag-uusap na ganun sa totoong buhay, na ganun kabagal. So, ibig sabihin si listening, binagala na niya to the point na acceptable, no? Sa atin para mas makuha natin yung sagot ng tama. Sir, anong gagawin ko? Medyo nabibilisan pa rin po kasi ako kasi hindi ako masyadong sanay sa mga ganong conversations. Kaya nga, kapag nanonood ka ng movie, papracticein mo muna na hindi ka nanonood with subtitles. Isa sa practice yan, ano? But the most important practice for you to overcome the speed barrier is another than get used. Masanay ka. Paano? Paano ka masasanay? Listen to the recording often. O paano na naman? Yan na naman yung tanong, paano? Kasi sir, ang mock exams natin Tuesday, mock exam natin Thursday, paano yung Friday? Paano yung Saturday? May mga ina-upload po akong practices. Anong practice ang in-upload ko kahapon? Sorry, nung isang araw, Wednesday. British accent. May naka-attach bang audio doon? Yes. Anong gagawin mo doon? Papakinggan mo lang ng paulit-ulit. Hindi ka nagsasagot. Kaya nga, sinasanay mo lang yung sarili mo na nakikinig ng audio, ng listening, so that it becomes easy for you to adapt to the speed when you do your practice every Tuesday and Thursday or when you take your actions. Yun ang paliwanag sa kanya. Bakit dapat pakinggan siya? Nasa YouTube nga eh. Sabihin, mga nakasasakyan kayo, Bluetooth nyo habang bumabiyahe ka, mapauwi ka ng Rizal, you will hear. Just do it. Diba? Yun yung sound trip mo habang pauwi ka. O, sa linggo, sino mga naglalaba? Pero mamin ka na, kaya na naglalaba ka. Na? Naglalaba ka ba ng misis mo? Ayun. Kaya tayo nakakalat yan. Okay? Kapag naglalaba, may Bluetooth speaker ka sa bahay. May TV ka sa bahay. Play mo lang yun. Ba nagluluto, ba nagsasangad. Play mo lang yung kung ng companion mo eh. So, alakunan, masasanay ka ng masasanay sa speed. Ganon din sa accent. Kasi, yung speed, wala tayong pwedeng gawin. Hindi natin pwedeng pabagalin, pwedeng pabilisin to our liking. Cannot edit the speed at which the recording is made. Kaya kailangan natin siya makasanayan. Through being exposed to it constant. Ano pa isang barrier? Bukod sa speed, accent. Accent is also going to be one of our primary concerns. So if you encounter an American accent, you're lucky. Why? Bakit po swerte pag American? Because in the Philippines, we are used to American accent. Diba? Nanonood ba tayo ng NBA? Oh, some of our news programs, CNN, English yan. Mga pinapanood nating mga movies sa Hollywood, siya. Mga pinapakinggan natin ng mga artists, Taylor Swift, si Post Malone, si Kendrick Lamar. Mga American accent yun. So, sanay po tayo sa American accent because we have been exposed to this culture for God knows how long. Movies that we watch, songs we listen to, no? Content that we consume, most of them, if not all, are in the American accent. Si British accent, if you're going to ask me which is easier to the ears than American, British accent. Ang problema kasi kay American accent, masyadong mapili sila magsalita. The way how they speak is sliding through. Kaya nga tawag doon ay glide. Dumudulas, kinakadalas na talaga kasi ang Americans ay lazy speakers. Like in interviews with LeBron, Curry. Curry, this has been your third MVP in the NBA All-Star game. And, oh, okay, it's a all team effort. And we've been doing this work now. And the child told me exactly. Kaya sila magsalita. They're lazy speakers. Sometimes they don't open their mouth wide enough. But British, they put emphasis on syllables. Wala silang tinatanggal na syllables. Like yung wanna, that's only for American accent. Want it. Father, I want to eat some curry. Wala yung R, wala yung P. Would you like a cup of tea? Ang diin eh. Ang syllable nila. At the end, malinaw. Sino ba mga notable British personalities? Adele. O mga singers. Yun lang. Adele lang. Ganit lang po kami. Ano po, sa dagdag po. One Direction. Mga members nun. Sa British Got Talent sila na discover. Sino pa? Ed Sheeran. That's, for me one of the, if you're going to imagine someone in a British accent, heavy, thick British accent, Ed Sheeran. Yung pronunciation niya ng better. So dun ka makakaproblema. Spend. Ano yung beta? Kaya you have to be careful. Have to acknowledge that if this British accent to, I have to be careful with T. Sometimes they will over-pronunciate the letter like that. Letter. Better. Sometimes they don't pronounce T at all. Oo. Oo. We have to be thankful. American, we're used to it. British, we're used to it. We just have to adjust with the T and R. That's it. But for Australian, for those who are cursed. Sabihin ko po sa inyo yung mga hindi nakakasense sa listening, na counter nila Australian accent. Kaya maigi nakikilalanin niyo yung isa't isa eh. Sino dito malas, sino dito swerte, doon ako didikit. No? Kasi pag malas ka, Australian accent dapat sa'yo, dadamay mo na ng lahat. Okay? Kasi isang exam lang ipi-play dyan eh. Mag-iiba-iba lang yan sa writing. Kaya kung sino ang malas, kilalanin nyo na. Na? Huwag nyo sabayan mag-exam. Uy, kailan ka mag-i-exam? Next week. Ay, buti na lang. Ganon. So, pakinggan po natin si American accent. Meron pong study sa, not mistaken, nasa Michigan. If I'm not mistaken, nasa 400 plus na speakers. Meron nga dito, Cebuano tsaka Quezon City. Nag-join sila dito. Kung paano yung English ng Pinoy. Cebuano tsaka from Quezon City. So we have American accent. Ito yung nagpa-pronounce niya. Bakit napili nila itong paragraph na to? Because according to their study, itong paragraph po na to, it contains every phonetic sound. Nandito na lahat ng phonetic alphabet. Lahat ng tunog na posible sa isang makabuluhang diskurso ay nasa paragraph po nito. Pakinggan natin.
Please call Stella, ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She will scoop these things up into 3 red bags, and we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
So one of the glaring features of the speech she just did is that it was very fast. Again, feature of American accent, they glide through it smoothly. They don't give spaces. They don't respect pauses. No? She can scoop these things in reread bags and will meet her Wednesday at train station. Sometimes they even eat the words. No? So, sa American accent, yun lang ang concern. Kaya if you're going to ask me, pag listening test, mas prefer ko si British kasi mas madiin or mabagal sila versus American. But we have to remember, IELTS is a global brand. So basically, they will be trying to incorporate every accent there is. So, we may not know kung ano yung mag-a-appear. Pero, something to ponder on, something na dapat yung panghawakan. Kontramalas lang, anak. 70% of the time, British po ang accent. About 20 American, about 10 Australian. Kaya para sa malas na malas lang, nakareserva talaga para sa malas. No? Okay. So, ito naman po si British, same paragraph.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags, and we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
We will go meet her Wednesday at the train station. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. Napaka-kalmado, malumanay, mabagal, madiin. Yun ang gusto natin sa British accent. So again, walang binago. American accent, same paragraph. British accent, same paragraph. You understood the reference, how they are different, correct? Okay, ito po si Australian accent.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags, and we'll go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
At nangunguya habang magkasalita. Kaya good luck po kung Australian accent. Kaya napaka-importante na bago ka mag-exam, magdasal ka muna. Suot ka ng mga piso sa sapatos. Suotin mo yung kulay red mo na brief. No? Ganun po siyang magsalita ang Australian. He can still raise things up with a great back. Imagine a simple word like August, Australian accent, August. October, October, doon. Diba? Where is over in oil. How complicated the Australian accent is. Kaya, nalanin, sino kumala sa grupo, at huwag sabayan ng exam, magdasal, suotin ng mga huwag kamalas. Yan po talaga ang barrier. Yan po talaga ang barrier to the listening. So we have different types of questions appearing in the text. One of which could be the multiple choice. Our all-time favorite. Bakit? The multiple choice. You have to click. You have to interact with your monitor to select the correct. Sometimes, even without listening to the recording, pwede tayong mag-lucky guess, di ba? Magkaroon ng calculated guess doon sa ating options. Example, eto. Play muna natin.
Section 3. Listen to a female student, Amina, talking to her tutor, Dr. Bryson, about her project on local history. Amina has completed a first draft of the project. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 26.
We have time, local blank. So what's this local na pinag-aralan ni Amina? Particularly like, so we have to listen for synonyms. Was surprised because bakit kaya siya na-surprise? Sinabi ni Dr. Bryce. So you can anticipate what you're about to hear by getting clues from the questions themselves. All right?
Now listen carefully to the first part of the discussion and answer questions 21 to 26.
Well, Amina, thanks for letting me have your draft in such good time.
Oh, that's all right. I was just very anxious to hear what you think of it. You can see that I decided to change the topic. I had been interested in looking at Bering's factory.
Oh, I think the hospital was a much better choice. In fact, well, I have to say that I thought it was good.
Oh.
There's still lots of work to be done.
Oh, yes, of course.
But there's plenty of good ideas. It opens well, and the first chapter is fine, but the middle section really stood out for me, most interesting.
That's amazing, because I really didn't find it a bit easy to write.
How long did you work on the whole thing?
Well, I spent about 2 or 3 weeks reading and doing general research, and then I dashed the writing off very quickly. So about 4 weeks in all.
Well, that's about par for the course. You've got a while yet to make the changes.
Oh, right. No problem.
Right. Let's have a look at my notes here. Okay, starting with section headings. The broad divisions are good, but you'll have to read...
During this conversation with Mina and Dr. Bryson, sabi, Amina's project is about local blank. Nung nag-usap sila ni Dr. Bryson, sabi niya, see, I was very anxious. I was looking into Bering's factory. Kinat siya ni Dr. Bryson. Sabi, no, I think the hospital is much better. So from a factory na pinag-aralan ni Amina, she changed it into the hospital, which is what her project is about. Dr. Bryson particularly liked. Tinan niyo sabi niya, sa introduction, it opens well. Ano ang adjective niya? Well. So sabihin, okay. Sabi dun sa first chapter is fine. Ano din yun? Medyo neutral na verb, implying something is good. But the middle section really stood out well for me. Most interesting. So if you're going to compare the three, parehong may mga positibo, pero ganun yung sinabi niya sa middle section. Alin kaya sa tatlo na yun yung nagustuhan ni Dr. Bryce? Definitely yung middle section. Clear? Sabi ni Amina, is that so? Talaga ba? Sabi niya, so nagulat siya. Talaga ba? Kasi hindi ako nadalian dun ha. Sabi niya, found it difficult to do. Ano sir yung dash of the writing very quickly na narinig ko? Yun, kinukwento na niya kung paano niya ginawa yun na buo. No? So very nonchalant siya. Hindi na siya na-surprise nung sinasabi niya to wrote it quickly. Kaya ang sagot natin dyan is, found it difficult to do, which is synonymous to what Amina said na, I didn't find it easy. Clear? So that is how you do the multiple choice questions. Next will be gap fill. In gap fill type of questions, you have to classify your answers, meaning you will be inputting some answers directly on the blanks. There are some short answer questions which you have to put out as well, and lists that you have to complete. So in some occasions, you have to type your answers literally. In some instances, you have to drag and drop, you have to interact with the monitor. Note table flowchart completion, sentence completion, summary completion, which is basically, there is a summary you have to complete. And you have to complete it by typing answers or by interacting with the monitor. Labeling a diagram, map, or a plan is also part of your gap fill. It is either you will be typing answers directly, or you will be, again, dragging and dropping, clicking, interacting with the table, perhaps. So we have a variety of gap fill question types. So most of the majority of the bulk of your entire exam is in the gap fill category. Siguro mga 10 lang ang type yung answer, mga nasa ganun. Tapos multiple choice, siguro mga 7 or 8. Pero majority niyan, just have to interact. Click on a table, interact to a map. So, classification is also going to be one of the important feature of your exam through gap fill. Remember, 1 or 2 among the 4 sections could be a map or a diagram. Directions, focus on them. Words such as adjacent, neighboring, adjoining, across, transversely, from corner to corner, beside, next to, alongside, in between, in the middle of, amid, left, right, front, north, south, east, and west. Most of the maps are like this. They include a compass, which basically help you identify which direction you already are at based on the speaker's guide. But oftentimes, they don't have a compass. So you have to remember that north is at the top, south is below, west is your left, east is your right. Okay? So you have to remember that. So definitely, we also have secondary directions, which will branch out from the primary ones. We have the north, west, southwest, southeast, and northeast, respectively. So let's try this map.
Well, here we are at the top of the tower, and we're going to look at the view from each direction. Out to the east, the large buildings about 1 kilometre away are on the Olympic site. There's an indoor arena for gymnastics, a stadium for track and field, and a swimming pool for races and synchronised swimming, and also diving. If you look carefully down there, you can see the train lines. The Olympic site has its own station to encourage the use of public transport. There is also a car park, but it only holds a limited number of cars. The formal park has some specially created water features. If you look out here to the south, you can see a circular ornamental pond. And around to the west, you can relax and sit on a bench to smell the flowers in the rose garden. And finally, up to the north, if you look in front of you now, there's a lake with a small island in the centre, You can hire rowing boats at the boat shed, which you can't see from here. But if you look through the trees, you can see the cafe, which has lovely views across the water. OK, let's climb down now. We will go now and have a look at the nature reserve section of the park, which has opened up natural wetland to the public.
Right, so what happened? So I encircled the tower here as a reference point. Ang sabi niya, here we are at the top of the tower. So if this is computer-based listening test, ang gagawin ko dyan, naka-point yung aking index finger left sa monitor. Yung right finger ko naman nasa mouse para masundan ko siya. And then, naka-ready ako sa keyboard sa pagtatype ng answer. So sabi dyan, the largest buildings are a kilometer away belongs to the Olympic site. East yon. So nasa kanan yan. Inumpisahan niya kay indoor arena, then kay stadium, then swimming pool. Pagpunta mo daw sa baba, meron tayong train lines. May train station to encourage the users to use the public transport. There's also a car park. So this square right here is the car park. Yun yung minention niya na wala dun eh. Diba? So yun po si car park. Now, dun daw tayo sa south. Again, babalik ka sa reference point mo. After mo dyan, lumibot, punta ka na naman dito sa sentro, tower. Nandito ka naman sa pond. Puntahan daw natin yung south. Andun daw yung ating circular ornamental pond. Yun lang naman makikita doon. No? And then out here to the west, you can relax and sit on the benches. No? Ito yung mga bench. 1, 2, 3. As you smell the flowers in the rose garden. So perhaps itong tinutukoy niya na to na C shape. That is the rose garden. Now, up here to the north, no? Burahin nga natin. Up here to the north from the tower, there is a lake with a small island on the center. Again ha, kinikilala ko, ina-identify ko yung sinasabi niya, sinusundan ko kung nasa na tayo using my finger. So itong mga pula na to na gumagalaw, imagine that as your finger, as you listen. There's a lake with a small island in the center. There's you can hire boats on the rowing side, but you can see it from here kasi nga, ito yung tower, dito tayo, nabablock niya yung boat. But there is a cafe daw sa pagitan ng trees. Sabi, through the trees, there's a cafe. So, itong number 17, siya si cafe. So, ganun po ang pagsagot natin sa yan. So, question, sir, what about the spelling? Well, both British and American spelling are accepted. All caps are what I encourage you guys to use kasi it minimizes the grammatical error brought about by miscapitalization. So, I suggest na i-all caps ang sagot. Remember, tenses are very important. Gusto kong ilagay ito ng malaki, yung be na verb. Si be kasi, pag nakita mo yan, particularly in sections 3 and 4, or even in sections 1 and 2, if you encounter a be verb, whatever the form is, we have the present form, is, are, was, were, am, being, been, maraming form yan, has, have, had, it belongs to the category of accessory verb. Ang kasunod dyan dapat ay participle. It's either present participle, Kevin is, so is yung be ko, going. Hindi pwedeng go lang. Kahit go yung narinig ko. Ibig sabihin, sir, narinig ko, Kevin, he goes here every Monday. Kevin is, ang narinig ko, goes. So pag goes ang sinagot ko, yun yung exactly yung narinig ko, hindi siya tama. Bakit? Kasi dito sa grammar requirement ng sentence, it doesn't fit. So kailangan mo siyang i-edit para mag-match. Parehas ha? Parehas sa narinig mo, i-edit mo ng konti yung form ng grammar para mag-match naman siya dito sa ilalagay mong answer. So is gone. The pizza is blank. So ang sagot mo dyan, gone. The pizza went missing. So narinig mo, went. Dahil meron kang went, may is ka dyan, hindi pwedeng went ang sagot. Dapat gone. Nagagets po yung point natin. So yun ang hirap kasi sa grammar. Pagdating sa listening and reading, you have to really be quick in your assessment. So singular, plural, meron naman tayong mga clue eh. Tinanong ng isang estudyante, sir, pwede po ba is, tapos blank, tapos ilalagay ko dito, boxes, kasi boxes po yung narinig ko. No? Boxes, tapos is. Hindi pwede kasi meron ka nang clue eh, yung is eh. So, dapat R. Sorry, dapat box lang. Blank, tapos is, narinig mo boxes, gagawin mo siyang box. Para mag-fit siya, grammatically accepted dito sa situation ng sentence mo sa test booklet. What about the date? Any format would do. Ang susundan mo dyan ay yung format. May binigay na format nakalagay dyan. Sept 9. Dun sa baba, blanco. Item number 11. Ang sagot mo, 12 of September. Dahil yun yung narinig mo, mali po ang magiging sagot mo dyan. Dahil since meron ka ng format of the example given, ang sagot mo dapat ay Sept 12. Dun lang po ang kaisa-isang pagkakataon na kailangan mong mag-shortcut. Any other occasions require you to answer them in full. Kung wala kang nakitang format, bubuin mo yan September 12. Narinig mo 12th of September, that will be even better. Ang mananaig po palagi ay ang format of the example given. Clear? Yes. Next up, numbers, policy number, student number. If it contains any letter, write the letter in capital form. So nabanggit dyan, student number is AE 419. Once again, that is AE. Sorry. Naging space lang. Ang sagot ko naman ay AE, walang space, 419. So, if you're going to ask me which answer is correct, all of them are considered correct. Lahat po ay considered correct. Pero mas magiging tama po itong walang space. Kung may nakalagay dyan, write no more than one word. Dahil pag binigyan mo yan ng space or hinhyphenate mo yan, we will qualify now two of them as two different substances. Dalawang magkaibang entities na yan. So maka-qualify na yan either of them as a word. So magiging dalawa na siya. Kaya for safety purposes, with or without hyphens, spaces, dashes, your answer is considered correct. Kasi kaya naman nagpo-pause minsan AE, nag-pause, nag-space ka, or nag-hyphen ka, 419. Kasi nga nag-pause yung speaker. So, pero you don't need to put a hyphen or to add a space in between. Clear? So, two multiple answers, separate them in the comma. Lalo pag meron ng end, ha? Kaso, in the occasion po kasi ng computer-based, bawa item 31, blank, tapos end, tapos blank. Lalagay mo dito fish, lalagay mo dito chips. Pagtingin mo sa virtual answer sheet niyan, fish, comma, chips na automatic nakakoma na siya. Pag pen and paper based, sa mga interesado pong mag pen and paper based, nakita mo may end, ikaw magta-transfer ng answer mo on your own. So, fish, comma, chips. Ganun mo siya susulat. Clear po tayo. Again, formatting po ang pinaka-importante kasi tama man ang iyong answer by default, if mali naman siya on a technical aspect, mali pa rin po siya. So, sample tayo. Pakiready po ang pencil and paper. Dalawang item lang. Okay, test lang natin ang inyong listening skills.
Now turn to Section 3. Section 3. You will hear two friends discussing a course they have just done. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 27. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 27.
Oh, Ben, I just remembered I never filled in that form for Nick.
Ah.
Did you do it?
The course feedback form?
Yes. If you want, we can do it together. I've got mine here.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have a look then. What do we have to do?
Let's fill in the top first. Let's see. Course code.
It's communication in business.
Okay. Communication in business. I do know that, but what's the code?
CB16 something. CB162, isn't it?
That's it. Okay. And dates. When did we start? I remember my birthday's on May 4th, and it was the day after. It must have been May 5th.
Gosh, doesn't seem that long ago, does it?
No. And we finish at the end of this week on Friday, so that's July 15th.
16th.
Oh.
Monday was the 12th.
Yeah.
Right, that was the easy bit. Now, let's have a look. Please give your comments on the following aspects of the course. Okay, what's the first one? Oh, course organisation. What do you think?
May 5th, 5 May, 5th May, parehas lang. 22. 16 July, July 16, yan. All right. So you're able to sharpen your skills. Uy, Adele din daw, sabi ni Dan Toys. So that gives us the end of our test. Thank you for attending, Eliza, Blake, Carlo, Carmela, Daisy, Dan Toys, Irish, Kay, Raven. See you tomorrow for your writing major exam. Writing major lecture. So, have a nice day. God bless and good luck.